Welcome back. Good morning. We're continuing our study in the life of David found in 1 Samuel chapter 24. And we'll look at it one more time on Friday. But let's begin this morning with Matthew chapter 7. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus is teaching the Sermon on the Mount. He's already worked through lives through issues like anxiety, anger, lust, hypocrisy. Then he turns to conflict, specifically how we see other people when we're in a conflict. He says, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye?" Now, Jesus is not ignoring the speck. The other person did something wrong, you are hurting, and Jesus isn't dismissing that. What he's saying is that something in you is affecting how you see the situation. And whatever's going on in you is bigger than the issue you keep focusing on in others. The plank is something specific, and it is part of you that connects directly to the exact thing you can't stop noticing in the other person. Psychologists call this projecting. And that's why it feels so personal. The person who bother you the most are usually showing you something you don't want to see in yourself. As we noted on Monday, David had been running from Saul for years. Saul tried to kill him multiple times, displacing David from the people he loved. And David had reasons to be angry, unforgiving, and bitter. Then Saul walks into a cave one day, not knowing that David and his men are deep inside. David is encouraged by his men to kill Saul. "This is your chance," they say. "God has put him in your hands." David snuck up on Saul and cut off a corner of his robe. He could have killed him right there, but he didn't. The text says his conscience burned afterwards. Something felt wrong even before he could put words to it. He caught himself. He saw what he was turning into. Saul didn't deserve mercy. That's not the point. The point is David looked at himself in that moment and didn't like what he saw, and he stopped. So he went out to the cave and called to Saul, held up the cloth, and cried out to Saul and said, "I had a chance to kill you, but I didn't. May the Lord judge between us." David won nothing that day. Saul never apologized, but David left that cave different from when he entered it because he looked honestly at what he saw and stopped. The people who frustrate the most may be showing you something familiar. The person who always needs control may be exposing your own. The person whose dishonesty bothers you may reflect something you've just learned to hide better. Now, this doesn't excuse what they did, but your reaction is worth examining. You can be completely right about what they did and still be dealing with the same thing yourself. And maybe some of you know this already. And you felt it the moment I said it. Pay attention to that. Some of you are pushing back right now, and that's worth paying attention to. David didn't think his way to that moment. He felt it first. If something in you slows down, when you sit with this, don't ignore it. Spend the time to reflect. David looked at himself in that cave and didn't like what he saw, and he stopped. The problem is most of us don't stop. We keep going because stopping means finding something in us we'd rather not deal with. But here's the thing, Jesus knows everything. You can't hide anything. Even the things you hide better than the person who irritates you with the same thing. See, Jesus saw all of it and then walked up to the cross anyway. He did not back down. So this morning, take a look. Whatever you find, Jesus already paid for it. So look at what's in there and bring it to Jesus. And may He renew you, reshape you to become more like you. God bless you, and I'll see you on Friday.